Greetings everyone. I was getting stuff ready for the holidays and then it dawned on me. Now would be a good time to check out some of those watches that Granny gave you or Aunt Betty gave me last year for Christmas, because when I see them this year, the first thing they're going to say is, do you still have that watch I gave you last year? Do you still wear that watch from last year? Do you like that watch from last year? And because they gave it to you last year, there's a good chance that that battery has died. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to replace that battery so you're not embarrassed in front of the family. Check it out. You all know how much I love watches. I got watches of all different kinds of quality, all across the spectrum. I don't care. It tells the time, it looks nice, I will put it on my wrist. I know the watch community is very particular, very sensitive about certain things, but you know, sometimes you're gifted a watch and the quality may not be there, but because of who gave it to you, it means a lot. So a lot of the watches that are gifts are quartz watches, and what that means is that it's powered by a battery. A lot of times that battery may last a year. So if you're gonna run into some family and they're gonna wanna see you wearing that watch that they gave you last year, now's the time to check it and replace it if you need to. So we're gonna go to the watch case. All right, so you see I got watches here, watches in this case here, some watches in here, and let's look at this one here. This was a gift to me. This is a Vincero, one of those minimal watches that you can see on other YouTube channels. Gets a lot of grief online, but I love the look. I love that gold and the black, and the strap can be changed out to a brown. Definitely is dead and needs a battery, so we're going to replace the battery in this one. Let's take this over to the desk and get started. All right, we're here over at the desk. I got the watch here that I'm going to be working on. Now again, not really talking about the quality of the watch. That is just not anything I'm getting into. I'm just trying to show you how to replace the battery. This is a quartz, what they call a quartz watch. That just simply means it's powered by a battery, and they can last a good year, maybe more, but I find that a little more than a year, and then it needs to be changed out. So what we want to do is look at the case back, because we got to get access to the insides of the watch. And you notice that this particular case back, it has these teeth all around. If your watch has something like that, that is telling you something. That's telling you that this case back is screwed in place. So there's actually a tool that you can use that will kind of fit into these grooves, and then you'll be able to turn it like a wrench and get this case back off. Now other watches, I picked this watch up just to wear to bang around if I'm working on the cars or going out camping or whatever. I mean, this is just a very inexpensive watch to have that, you know, if it gets beat up, I don't care. But you can see it's a nylon strap and real simple quartz movement. But this one doesn't have the teeth. This was one that is pressed in. So if you don't have like these little grooves on the case back, chances are it's going to be pressed in where it just kind of snaps in place. You can see there's a small little area here where you would take a tool and pry that open to get access to the movement. But this one's still ticking, so don't need to replace that. But let's get our tool kit and get this case back off. So these tool kits you can get on Amazon, real cheap, and you know, last you forever. They come with all these parts, and this is the wrench here. So it has these like teeth, I guess, three-sided, and it's adjustable. I can turn this, move this, and depending on the size of the case back, I can adjust it to fit the watch. So what you want to do is you want to line up the teeth of the wrench to the slots on the watch, and make the adjustments as necessary. And snug it down, and then turn, and then it should loosen and come free. Now, one thing you want to be careful of, if your watch is water resistant, as most of them are, there's probably a small O-ring. Now you can see I've got access to the movement. This is the movement here. And if you look, there's like a little O-ring that goes all the way around the case back. This will prevent water from seeping in and ruining the movement. So let's set this off to the side. We're done with the wrench for now. What we're trying to do is get this old battery out. Sometimes they are kind of locked in place with a spring, and you just move that off to the side and it pops up. Other times they're just, you know, you can just lift them right out. But this one is secured in place. So let me get a tool here and see if I can pop this battery up. There it goes. These batteries have a code on them, or a number, SR927W. We'll put the dead battery over there. And here is the new battery. And we just kind of get that back in place like before. Move that spring. Push down, and it's secured. Now you can flip it over, see if it's working. And I could see the second hand is going. And we are ticking away. We are back to life here. Now just reverse the process. Take that case back and gently put that back in place. I go real careful. Make sure that the threads are not biting, and then it'll get snug. Then I take that wrench and give it about a quarter turn, I guess. Depending on the watch, you don't need to over tighten it and make it so tight that you know the next person, or when you need to change the battery again, you can't get it off. But you definitely want to snug it up some to make sure that it's still water resistant. And again, that's just if you're like washing your hands. I definitely wouldn't wear this in like the pool or anything like that. So I give mine a good quarter turn. And I'm good to go. All right, there you have it. I got the working watch now. Battery is replaced. Real easy to do, nothing to it. Anybody can do it. I know you can. I'll be ready to go when Aunt Betty pulls me off to the side and says, "Let me see that watch. Is that the one I gave you?" I'm like, yeah, it is. Here it is. Oh, yeah, it's still working. Tells the time. Yep, right there. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today. Do me a favor, if you can drop me a thumb, really appreciate that. It helps the channel. Also, leave a comment below. Be sure to subscribe. I'm the Capable Gentleman, always showing you ways to go from dirty to dapper, and to encourage you to never stop learning. Till next time, be kind, everyone. See you next week.